Brian Gossett here at GM Sports Media. I'm out in Joshua High School where we had a good one tonight in 8-5A volleyball. Joshua Owls take care of Burleson in 4 sets in a matchup of top 2 teams, both 6-0. And I'm with Joshua volleyball coach Jordan Whitworth. Coach, just obviously the top 2 teams to close out the first round of district. You know, you guys obviously know each other very well, separated by a few miles. Just talk about getting this win and staying perfect in district play.
It was exciting. It sucks that it took us 4 sets to do it because we've been on a pretty good streak so far of, winning in 3. But, Burleson came out and they came out ready to play and we did not. Wasn't really sure what to expect. Obviously we watched some film from earlier in the season and we game planned, but you can game plan as much as you want. But sometimes when you get in the moment of the game, it changes. And we came out a little flat. Not really. We hit 0 the first set, and so hitting 0 definitely makes a difference. Talked about that at the beginning of the second set, like, hey, this is what we've got to fix, and this is what we've got to do if you want to remain undefeated. Because if not, you're going to walk out of here with your first loss.
Talk about kind of from that midway through the second set, because I think it was like 16-15, and then you guys went on a 9-2 run. And pretty much the third and fourth sets were really not that close. Just talk about really finishing out this match.
I think the biggest thing was our serving. The first set we struggled hitting our spots. We were serving really soft, where the sets 2, 3, and 4, I felt like we were serving really aggressive and we were keeping them more out of system. So they weren't able to run exactly what they wanted. They were still doing a good job tipping and rolling, but I also felt like we really, really keyed in on those tips and rolls. And so we were able to get a little bit more in system and get our hitters going.
Maybe because I'm not a coach, so I don't really notice it, but it seemed like I noticed it tonight more than any other game I covered, where your attempts just kind of landed in that perfect spot, and you guys were, whether it was a little bit of luck or maybe you teach that, you teach your hitters to tip roll or hit it to where it's open. Just kind of talk about that.
We do. The beginning of our practices are the same thing every day, and I know that sometimes my players get annoyed with it, but it has really made the biggest difference. We work on hitting exact spots, like hitting cones and the tips. Like we put a cone out and we'll have to tip and hit the cone, so we're putting that ball in that exact spot so that we are working on perfecting those little things so we get in the game that we're able to hit those spots every single time.
Gotcha. And then from last year, great season, almost 30 victories, a by-district title. Your 2 big players that graduated, Maureen Collier and Tyler Poole, but for the most part, this is an experienced squad back. Was there at all a little bit of a transition phase in the off-season and the first month of the year, or did it go pretty smoothly?
My libero is Maddie Lacey. She's never libero before, so training her there, but she's always been very quick and able to read the game really fast. So putting her in that position, I think it was a little bit of a transition from her because she was an outside 6 rotation player to going straight DS, but she's doing a great job. And then as far as middle, I had Kinsey Doss come up. She's my big middle. She's power. She's young. She's a baby, but she's doing a great job. And then obviously I have Kate, who's a senior this year, who's coming in and doing a really good job. And she's a very, very smart middle and is very good at placing that ball where she wants it to go.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the win again, and good luck the rest of the season. Jordan Whitworth, Joshua volleyball coach for Owls, in 4 sets here tonight against Burleson. And until next time, I'm Brian Gossett, GM Sports Media, and we'll see you at the next game.
Yay! Bye!